All right, gang, welcome in. We're about to get this one underway here in just a few. It looks like we're still just a few moments away, so I have to do a little bit of technical cleanup here. Let's see what happens there. Okay, so A-Bomb with you. This one about to get underway, but actually, when I say about to, I mean maybe 10 minutes or so away. So, with that said, welcome to everybody on board. MLB Games back in here. We saw him earlier today for some spring training action. We're going to step aside for just a few, and as soon as the kickoff comes, or as soon as we have indication of when that is, we will be back, but we're probably still 5 to 10 minutes away at least from kickoff here. So we're going to step aside. I will be back in just a few. All right, guys. We're still a few minutes away from kickoff. A-Bomb here with you. The show is coast to coast. And we got a big crowd on hand in Atlanta for this one. Opening day in Atlanta, 2019. I was at this game last year. I was there last year at this same venue. It was March 11th. And we beat DC United that day in front of about 72,000. And it looks to be a similar crowd tonight. They've got the upper deck open. Is the roof open? I'm not sure. It should be because it is a nice day in Metro Atlanta today. It is about 70 degrees Fahrenheit here in Metro Atlanta. I am about 30 minutes away or so from the venue where this is being played, Mercedes-Benz Stadium. I'm in the suburbs of Atlanta, so if I got in my car right now, I could probably be there in about half hour. But instead, I'm bringing it to you from the comfort of my living room. So we're glad you could be along. Tonight, there's the whistle, and this one is underway. MLS season in Atlanta 2019 is officially underway, and we're glad you're with us. Let us know where you're watching tonight. And let's see here. Barco with the frosty hair. It's hard to keep up with the different haircuts each time, or each different game, each match, each different week. It seems like our big superstars have a different hairstyle. So Barco is going frosty tonight. Alpha Walker, good to have you on board. Not sure. Really, I just now started watching. Did not catch the lineups, but we'll bring you those as we go along this evening and this afternoon. So as we expected, we're hearing the chants from these Atlanta United faithful. Nice to hear that. Good to be back home. As you know, Atlanta United has been participating in CONCACAF play or CCF play, CCL play, and they haven't been doing well at all. That's not over yet. There's still one more match to go down in Mexico, and that is coming up this week. But right now, we're not concerned about that. We want to win, and we want to show the home crowd that we are back. Glad to have Alpha Walker on board. Glad to have the Bone Crusher. We also have MLB Games and Compty Utah. Glad to see those folks again. And Bone Crusher, you can let us know how the audio is sounding tonight. Do not want to blow anybody out with a bad microphone. FC Cincinnati, this is their very first year of existence in MLS. So they are still trying to figure out what their identity is. And $sign is not liking the 3-4-3. Well, we'll just have to see how that plays out. And if you're following Atlanta United, you know that there's a new manager. Frank de Boer is on board right now from the Netherlands. And Tata Martino is down in Mexico now. It is a different regime on the pitch. And as we go along, we know that the Bone Crusher, John Wilson down there, he knows a thing or two about soccer. He almost had a hat trick in middle school practice and instead was unselfish and gave the ball up to somebody else. And we'll get to that story later on. In minute number 4 now. P.T. Martinez, first game in Atlanta, so let's see how he enjoys the comforts of home. Both teams still feeling each other out here. Martinez scores! Oh, yeah! Atlanta United, 1-0. Yes. In minute number 5. That is Joseph Martinez. Yeah. Sorry for the technical problems here, folks. We're going to get that all fixed. There we go. All right, it is 1-0. Not sure why the scoreboard is all jacked. I'm going to try to work on that. Atlanta United. That's what we wanted to see right there, folks. It is 1-0 good, guys. Still working on the scoreboard. So we're going to try one more. We're going to try a little bit of troubleshooting here. Our apologies. Atlanta up 1-0, 7 minutes and 20 seconds into this one. And let's do this. Okay, now it's all looking good. Okay, then. So everything's good. Atlanta's up 1-0. Let us know where you are watching the stream tonight. Metro Atlanta here, just down the road from the action in this match. All right, then. So into minute number 8. FC Cincinnati in their very first year, so, there's going to be some growing pains. And it's got to be especially intimidating coming into a venue like Mercedes-Benz Stadium and having to play the MLS champs. But they're only down by 1. Anything is possible at this point. Atlanta in their number 1 kits tonight, not in the King Peach kits, but in their standard 5-stripe unis. Good to see that. Love that classic look. We are now 10 minutes into the first half. And we've got a card. Hold everything. That's on LGP. Did I hear that right? Yes, that is a yellow on LGP. The hell was that? So FC Cincinnati in their set piece there. And that one goes out. And now Atlanta United throws it in. Now another foul. Now another whistle. Okay, so FC Cincinnati about to Atlanta scored. That was Joseph Martinez. Compton, Utah. That was Joseph that got the goal for Atlanta. And so that didn't work out too well for FC Cincinnati. And now it is Atlanta ball. And Jesse Thrash also hates the 3-4-3. Crusher, why don't you weigh in on that subject, if you can hear me? All right. Cincinnati controlling it right now. And ball out of bounds once again. Cannot get a good ebb and flow so far to this one. It's been kind of choppy so far. And Cincinnati throws it in bounds. They have it. Cross gets broken up. And then Atlanta interrupts it and takes it the other way. And we're glad to hear the all the hot takes and all the passion. And Jesse, he's like, we need more 3-5-2. I couldn't agree more. Love to hear that. Glad to see lots of action in the chat box. Keep it up. And I'm the first to admit, I'm not a lifelong soccer fan or football fan. I was like a stupid typical American for years and just thought soccer would never catch on. But then Atlanta United came, and I went to a few matches last year, and now I get it. I really get it. I only liked American football for the longest time. Now I really appreciate the beautiful game. I am not the most educated on it, for sure, but I love watching it. And let's go United. And if Jesse Thrash says that our 3-4-3 is not working, I'm going to go ahead and believe exactly what he says. And Crusher, you can weigh in on that. You played a little of the beautiful game of your own damn self. And so Atlanta United still in control of it. Now they approach there's P.T. Martinez taking a shot. Now Cincinnati tries to regain control. Now Atlanta has it back right at midfield. Atlanta up 1-0. We're in minute number 15. And now Atlanta doing their thing. And then there's a nice cross, but does not get the job done. And Atlanta maintains the lead. It is 1-0, minute number 16. And the Atlanta supporters section in full throat. Flags are flying. Looks like a great time. I wish I was there tonight. And as I mentioned, if you caught me earlier, I was there last year for opening match. Not there this time, but it's almost just as fun watching here and bringing it to you. Jesse Thrash, really appreciate people who like you who are able to give us some sensible commentary. And let's see what's going on here. FC Cincinnati finally about to throw this one in bounds. And here we go with that. Cincinnati now with it at midfield. And Brian Hayden or Hayden, yes, welcome on board. And Frank DeBoer, yes, he is our new manager. Tata Martino has exited. Now we have Frank DeBoer. They're saying he's kind of a my way or the highway kind of guy. Let's hope he can adapt to his squad too, and they kind of meet in the middle and compromise and get everything going right. So far, it's been a rocky start for the Dutch manager. But As far as I can tell, he is respected the world around in football ranks. We are in minute number 19 in the first half, and we are live from Atlanta. And Bone Crusher, if you're there, tell us your thoughts on the 3-4-3. Let us know what you think. All right, so Jesse Thrash, tell us where you're watching from tonight. And Brad Guzan throws that one back in. P.T. Martinez with it for just a moment. So far, Atlanta controlling the ball. 75% of the time going by has been controlled by United. Yes, 92-9 the game. That's right. You know, and I like to listen to the games on there too, but I'll tell you, I cannot stand the voice of what's his name? Mike Conti. He's a great, you know, he knows what he's talking about, but I just can't take that voice. Mike Conti. But still, they do give you a great broadcast. Jason Longshore, he really knows what he's talking about. I like him too. And we're into minute 21. Yeah, Mike Conti, I mean, he knows what he's talking about. He's really knowledgeable. He does a lot of work. He just sounds kind of annoying. All right. So Atlanta content just to pass it around here, in no hurry to do anything. And that's exactly what they want to do right now. Mick in the house. Good to see him. Normally here for basketball. He is now here for some football. Gressel pulls the trigger, but it gets blocked, and back to FC Cincinnati. United just happy to control the ball. Take time off the clock. Still really nothing going on. LGP still in there. We're going to try to get you a little bit of audio.
All his life, Jimmy had to get in line and show his ID.
If that's possible. Oh, yeah, it's definitely a possession game now. It is all about keep away. There's a shot. Cincinnati, it is no good.
All his life, Jimmy had to get in line and show his ID, just to prove that Jimmy is Jimmy.
We're going to see if we can get you a little bit of live audio from the actual play-by-play.
Jimmy doesn't have to get in line or show his ID. All he needs are his eyes or his hands. And Clear confirms that Jimmy is definitely Jimmy, and you are you. You can speed through security at airports, stadiums, and more in a blink
We
or
have
a
to
tap.
sit through this stupid commercial
Enroll
first.
now at clearme.com.
That foul there, we talked about the importance of set pieces. Really no need to commit a foul, dribbling from central to the right side, going away from trouble. Now Cincinnati has another opportunity to get their big targets up.
No corners for Cincinnati, but this is their third free kick as it's sent towards goal and flicked wide of the near post by Hagelin, who was careening in and got a sloppy touch on it.
We've talked about Kendall Waston a lot, but Nick Hagelin scored his fair share of goals for Toronto FC as a center back. Free run from Hagelin. No one picked him up. He ran right in between Joseph Martinez and Michael Parkhurst. Atlanta United has to clean up their set-piece defending.
Hagelin is a Cincinnati native who played for Xavier last 3 or 5 years rather. He played for Toronto. Highline Cincinnati off the goal kick, which Guzan sends to LGP in the near corner. LGP sends it down the middle. Joseph heads it down. Can Pitti get on the end of it? No, not quite. Dispossessed by Alvis Powell. Powell coming forward now, leaving it off to Mane in the near corner. Mane's cross blocked away by Shea and out for a throw.
Atlanta very indecisive so far, even with the lead.
Mane combining down the near touchline with Cruz. Cruz to the end line. Rometty, it's played across and cleared by Miles Robinson, but not out. Breck Shea will now head it out of the defensive third, and then Pitti takes a flying volley at it to get it across the halfway line.
It's good work by Miles Robinson. Just played it into space. Didn't go for the clearance into the stands. Saw that Breck Shea had the opportunity to get there. Gave him an opportunity to win it.
Atlanta United leading, but not really feeling great at the moment. A long ball sent in the direction of Lamaze, headed down by Parkhurst, and Gressel escapes down the right wing, bounces it down the middle looking for Pitti, and Hagelin clears it in front of him. Jeff Lorenowitz heads it back the other way. Now the ball tangled up in the middle third. Lorenowitz flicks it on to Julian Gressel nicely. Gressel crosses the halfway line. Back in the middle to Ezequiel Barco. Barco dribbles into the attacking third. Leaves it off to the right to Pitti Martinez, who's in a free roll now, coming to the top of the 18 and dispossessed by Ulloa.
I think Lamar got a touch as P.T. Martinez was trying to get around him.
And now here comes Cincinnati back the other way down the left wing with Lamar coming forward, and it's cut down at the edge of the 18 by Miles Robinson and cleared by Parkhurst.
Nice switch. Adi held up there. Kekuta Mane tried to make the run centrally. Miles Robinson picked him off.
So a throw-in in the left attacking third for Cincinnati, who has been on the front foot since conceding in the 5th minute. Trailing 1-0, though.
That might be a little generous.
They've looked better in the last 10 minutes. Can we agree on that?
I'll agree with that. I'll agree with that.
And it's going to be thrown in off the far touchline. A lot of traffic created by Atlanta United. They throw to the corner of the 18 to Lamar, who is able to trap the ball, dribble to the end line, heavy touch, and he lets it go out for goal kick. That's the imprecision right now that seems to be really hurting Cincinnati.
So let's go imprecision from Cincinnati and indecision for Atlanta so far.
I like that. Alliteration.
It's always easier that way.
Jason's a poet and didn't even know it.
Definitely not that. Nobody wants to hear that.
29th minute, right to left goal kicked by Brad Guzan. For those of you listening to us nationally, we're a little punchy because this is our 4th broadcast in 10 days from a couple different countries. Jeff Lorenowitz has gone into the Atlanta United technical area, by the way, not to be subbed out, but he is being looked at by a trainer. I think his hand, maybe a cut on the hand.
Could have been.
Is what they're looking at. Alan Chapman ordering Brad Guzan to take the goal kick from right to left. He sends it down the right wing. Breck Shea flicks it on towards Joseph. Then it is stabbed at by Shea and knocked out in front of Cruz for a throw to Cincinnati. So they continue to attend to Jeff Lorenowitz. That is a guy, if you're Frank DeBoer, you need to get back into the game.
You have 2 central midfielders. Right now you have 1. P.T. Martinez and Ezequiel Barco dropping a little deeper to help Eric Remedi at the moment. Cincinnati should have been a little faster there to recognize they had an advantage.
Lorenowitz now allowed back in by the 4th official, but they never did anything with it. Bertoni trying to bring it down the near touchline. Instead, he'll turn and send it back to the keeper, Spencer Ritchie. That was a wasted opportunity by Cincinnati.
Maybe it was great sportsmanship.
Could have been. Yeah, I mean, that's one way to look at it. Here's Lamar flicking it into the middle to Kendall Waston. He comes down the middle and then is tangled up by Parkhurst, and Breck Shea clears it out to the near touchline. Volleyed up in the air by Alvis Powell, and no control at the halfway line. 31st minute with Atlanta United leading 1-0. Here is Alan Cruz, swept out by Breck Shea for another throw on the near touchline. This portion of the match brought to you by your local Ford dealer. Cincinnati in the middle third. Alvis Powell throws it back to the halfway line where it's controlled by Bertone. And now it'll be Hagelin switching the point of attack to the right side to Kendall Waston. Drives it down the left wing towards Fernando Adi. Nicely marked by Miles Robinson, who takes him into the corner, turns and clears it up the touchline. And Barco is going to be able to counter here for Atlanta United down the right wing. Barco dribbles into the middle of the pitch. Barco to the edge of the attacking third. Left off for Breck Shea. Ahead to P.T. Lots of room down the left wing. P.T.'s cross was deflected and settled at the top of the 18 by Cincinnati. Now they try to escape down the right wing as running past Breck Shea is Fernando Adi. Good recovery, LGP, as he sweeps the ball away, and then Adi pushes him down at the end line and fouls him.
Good opportunity for Atlanta, just not good enough at the final edge of the attacking third. P.T. Martinez's cross is blocked. Breck Shea gets caught a little bit in no man's land, and Alvis Powell breaks down the right side. Leandro Gonzalez-Perez cleaned it up well, drew the foul, looking for a yellow card on Powell, not going to get it.
I would not disagree with the yellow there. I mean, Powell clearly pushed him down in transition.
It was a little excessive from Powell. I mean, everybody knows what's going to happen in that situation. Leandro Gonzalez-Perez is shepherding the heavy touch out for the kick. Powell just kind of ran straight through the back of him.
Guzan taking the free kick out of the near corner, sending it down the near touchline. Headed up into the middle right by Lorenowitz to Michael Parkhurst, who plays it up to Gressel now. Gressel will turn and send it back to Michael Parkhurst. Atlanta United with a 1-0 lead in the 33rd minute. Here's Eric Remedi pirouetting on the ball around Mane and leaving it off now to Parkhurst, who walks up to the halfway line, pitches it down the middle to P.T. at the edge of the 18, just a step too far, and Ritchie is out to catch.
Tried to bring that down with the extended left boot, couldn't get the touch to settle.
Cincinnati trying to escape out of the right defensive third. Cruz and Powell combining there. Powell turns it over to LGP at the halfway line. Sent on to Breck Shea down the left wing. Shea takes a nice touch to maintain control and play it back to Lorenowitz. Skips it off to the right now to Michael Parkhurst. Parkhurst sends it up to Barco. Barco back into the middle to Remetti. And Remetti drops it back to Barco and is intercepted.
Sloppy pass from Remetti in the middle of the field again.
So Lamar, that's basically Lamar's second big interception here in the first half, and Cincinnati now will pass among themselves in the back line, and they'll send it down the wing up to the halfway line to Mane.
Lamar and Mane have switched sides. Lamar's on the right, Mane's on the left.
Bertoni taps it back to Kendall Waston. Waston drives it down the center of the park. Atlanta United trying to play offside trap, and they do successfully as it's played up to Adi, and the flag comes up.
Interesting to see how Cincinnati's handling their midfield. They have three more holding midfield-minded players. Lamar and Mane are kind of filling in the gap behind Fernando Adi.
Barco down the right wing into the attacking third, sends it up to Gressel. Gressel can't get on the end of it, and out it goes for goal kick.
Not on the same page. Gressel threw the head fake and tried to open up the space out wide. Comes back, gives Barco a high five. They're figuring these things out. It was just an extra fake from Gressel that threw Barco off.
I was watching Rocky 3 last night on IFC, and I remember as Apollo was training Rocky, Rocky was having trouble with the footwork, and Apollo's trainer kept saying, don't be patient, it'll come, it's coming, it'll come. It feels like that's where Atlanta United is right now with this connection, this interplay right now in the final third. It's getting closer, but it's not there yet.
And you're doing it through some tired legs right now as well.
No doubt. Atlanta United's got it in their own defensive third as Miles Robinson sweeps it off to the right to Michael Parkhurst. He comes up to the halfway line, plays it up now to Joseph, who sends it to the touchline to Gressel. Back inside now to Lorenowitz. Lorenowitz takes a couple steps forward, bounces it over to LGP, who has room coming down the left wing, sends it up to Breck Shea in the corner. Here's a cross by Shea over the head of Joseph, and Gressel can't keep it in play. Out it goes for a throw.
Well overhit from Breck Shea. Pity Martinez was telling him to take a look. Don't just put that in. Take a look. He had Pity on the near post. He had Joseph on the back post. Two different options. Put a name on the cross. That's what you're looking for here.
George Bello, who is expected to get a lot of time at left wing back for this team, along with Shea, played for ATL UTD2 last night. Throw and intercepted. Here's Barco sending it off to the left. Breck Shea will be able to get on the ball at the edge of the 18 and stop there. Play it back in the middle to Eric Remetti. And he'll send it back further now into the middle third to LGP, who sends it over to Lorenowitz. Back to LGP. And ahead now to Barco, who comes down the left wing to the top of the 18. Ezequiel Barco trying to dribble into the box. Cut off. Barco retreating now. Still with the ball. Swings it over. A good switch over to Parkhurst on the right side. He'll leave it off to Gressel. Gressel off the far touchline. Here comes a cross to the back post. Caught by Ritchie.
Gressel hangs that cross up. It's easy for Spencer Ritchie to get on the end of it. You're seeing Leandro Gonzalez-Perez and Michael Parker step forward more and more. FC Cincinnati's dropping deeper and deeper. Those three central midfielders, it's looking more like a 4-3-2-1 at this stage as they're all starting to sit deep and try to fill the gaps in front of the back four.
Portion of the match brought to you by AT&T. More for your thing, that's our thing. Ritchie's left to right goal kick, right down the middle, headed up in the air by Miles Robinson and then sent back by DePlan the other way, and the offside flag comes up as the ball was sent back towards Guzan.
Really very little initiative out of FC Cincinnati other than set pieces. When they've had a set piece, they look dangerous, and the run of play, very minimal.
Free kick is taken short and swept off to the left to LGP. Back in the middle to Miles Robinson as Atlanta United exits the defensive third. Robinson and LGP combining now. He passes across the halfway line to Breck Shea. They'll bounce it in the middle. Oh, nice cut down by Pitti to Eric Remetti on the left side of the 18. He's bodied off the ball by Hagelin. It rolls to the goal line and is scooped. No penalty.
What a touch from Pity Martinez. That's the misdirection. When Atlanta can do that, it causes problems for the opposition. Pity drops deep, plays it over the top to Remetti. Hagelin with an arm out on him the whole way. That's a tough no call by Alan Chapman.
Barco coming back the other way.
That
as
can
Alice
get
Powell
looked
turned
at,
it
don't
over.
forget.
It can. Here's Pitti in the near corner. He plays it back in the middle to Remetti, who leaves it off to Shea. The VAR today is Edwin Jurasevich. I'm sure there's going to be a check of that. We haven't seen a replay yet. Miles Robinson at the kickoff spot. Passes to the right to Michael Parkhurst. If there is going to be a video review, it will come on the next dead ball.
Sure, they've had a conversation about it as they've had a chance to talk a little bit.
Robinson outside of center circle as Atlanta United leads 1-0 in the 38th minute. Parkhurst driving it down the right wing. Long run for Julian Gressel. Can he get there? Yes, plays it across to the front post, and it's scooped by Ritchie. Matthew Duplan took a boot to the chest accidentally from Gressel, and he's clutching his chest right now. Meanwhile, Cincinnati playing down the left wing, and is this going to connect? No. A long ball played down the wing that was just a little too far, and Atlanta United will get the throw.
Chapman's not going to take a look. He's already calling for the throw. Hagelin put the arm out to impede the run of Eric Remetti. Not enough to get a foul called, not enough to get a penalty call, according to Alan Chapman. Remetti then, I think, took a little bit of license to be theatrical at the end to try to make it clear to Chapman that he was being impeded. Yeah, he's being impeded the whole way. I mean, Hagelin put his arm out 12 yards from goal and blocked Remetti's path.
The Cincinnati player, Duplan, has gone into their technical area after being kicked accidentally by Gressel.
Not sure if it was a kick or if he ran into the signage down there. Not sure which one it is. You're looking at the knee a little bit.
It's thrown into Miles Robinson, who sends a nice ball up to Breck Shea. Free pass out for Atlanta United as Pitti touches it back to Remetti. Back to Pitti at the halfway line. And then Pitti is ripped off the ball by Alan Cruz, and there's no foul. Back the other way comes Cincinnati with Cruz, sending it back to Powell. Powell dribbling through traffic down the center of the park. Remetti beautifully takes him off the ball and leaves it back to LGP, sending it up to Pitti at the halfway line. Pitti is dispossessed. Ball rolls back to Mane. Here comes Cincinnati down the right wing as Duplan comes back on. In the near corner, it's Mane. Mane dribbling back towards the middle third. Cincinnati looking for the equalizer in the 40th minute. Mane skips it all the way across the park now to Lamar. Lamar, marked by Jeff Lorenowitz, drops it back further to Oyella. Back further now to Kendall Waston with Barco in front of him. Waston has to send it all the way back to Ritchie.
Longest sustained possession Cincinnati's had all day.
And now it's sent down the middle where it's headed away by Miles Robinson. Flicked up by Remetti towards Pitti. Can't turn on the ball. Falls towards Barco. Pitti looking for another foul that he's not going to get from Alan Chapman.
Pitti was trying to flick that onto Barco, but he still was clattered into from behind.
Cincinnati again, Alvis Powell dropping it into the back line where it's steered by Bertone to Duplan. Duplan will come forward now and just clear it down the right wing. It's a long run for LGP, who steps in front of Adi and plays it back to Guzan.
Very little service for Fernando Adi.
Guzan sending it up to Lorenowitz. Up further now to Barco, who drops it back to Lorenowitz, and they'll pass back into the defensive third now to Parkhurst. Sends it all the way back into the box to Guzan. Guzan now will flip the point of attack to the left side where LGP has a lot of space to run it up to Breck Shea at the halfway line. Shea will stop 2 steps beyond the halfway line and play it back towards the Atlanta goal to LGP. Flips it in the middle now to Miles Robinson. Ahead it goes to Michael Parkhurst. Sent across the halfway line to Julian Gressel. Back inside to Barco. Back further to Parkhurst. Parkhurst will pass again to Miles Robinson. Robinson comes into center circle. Now drops it off to the left to LGP. LGP back into the middle now to Robinson. Ahead it goes to Jeff Lorenowitz. And he calmly steers it on to Parkhurst. Parkhurst dribbling around Lamar now. And leaving it off at the touchline to Gressel, who turns it back to Jeff Lorenowitz. Down the middle he goes now to Eric Remetti, who's clattered off the ball by Adi and fouled. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. Or not. Free kick is taken quickly. Barco then falls down outside of center circle. The ball rolls back to LGP. Ahead it goes now to Breck Shea. Shea stops just outside the attacking third, stepped over the ball, now cuts it into Remetti, who sends it back to LGP. LGP, long ball down the middle for Pitti, too far. Spencer Ritchie will clutch that one at the penalty spot.
Didn't play it into the run of Pitti Martinez. He's coming across from right to left. Leandro Gonzalez-Pires plays it into the right side of the penalty area. Way too easy for Richie.
In the 43rd minute, Richie sending it from left to right, high up in the air. Jeff Lorenowitz heads it down accidentally to Lamar, who tries to drive back now towards center circle and does. The ball skitters out to Alvis Powell, and with Barco in front of him, Powell has to turn and send it back to Richie. Richie will slice it down the right wing, right to Breck Shea with no one around him. Good trap by Shea. Plays it back to Miles Robinson, the most central of the three center backs. Up to the right now to Julian Gressel, who crosses the halfway line and sprints down the right wing. Julian Gressel in the middle to Pity Martinez. Here's Pity coming forward, bouncing it over to Barco in the left corner of the 18. Barco, couple dribbles, shoots, and is saved by Richie.
Good switch to the point of attack by Pity Martinez. Barco, 2 touches, cuts inside, hits it with the right foot, right at Spencer Richie on a hop.
It's a shot on target, though. I know that's been a point of contention among some Atlanta United supporters. Need to get more shots on target. That's one there.
Need to get more shots.
And then Miles Robinson dispossesses Adi at center circle, and here's Rametti coming forward now for Atlanta United. Playing it off to Pity, who comes down the middle. Pity Martinez ahead towards Joseph. It's blocked away from him. And then settled by Cruz back towards the Cincinnati goal, and it's going to fall at the halfway line where it's intercepted by Michael Parkhurst in front of Lamar. Now Julian Gressel skips it over to the left wing where Breck Shea has it in the left attacking third. Dribbles forward, sends it to the penalty spot. Joseph leaves it off, headed out of danger, and cleared into the near corner to Alvis Powell. Now in the 45th minute, as Cincinnati tries to play down the right wing again, but the ball finds its way right to LGP. And he and Lorenowitz settle it for Atlanta United. This portion of the match brought to you by Equifax, proud partner of your Atlanta United. LGP playing it back in the middle now to Miles Robinson. Ahead it goes off to the right to Michael Parkhurst. Parkhurst sends it up to Julian Gressel. Gressel ahead to Pity Martinez in the right attacking third. Back inside to Gressel at the edge of the 18. Gressel sending it ahead now. Joseph Martinez turns and shoots. Blocked down. Right back to Gressel. His shot wide of the back post. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. Shoots, scores!
You're listening to Atlanta United Soccer, WSTR-FM and HD1 Smyrna, Star 94.1, a radio.com station.
Now in stoppage time, brought to you by Aaron's, the perfect choice for your budget and style with top brands and furniture, electronics, and appliances. 2 minutes of stoppage time here in the first half with Atlanta United leading 1-0.
Looked like Joseph Martinez got stepped on there at the end of that sequence by Kendall Waston. Don't think it was an accident either. It sure didn't look like it, and that's why Joseph stayed down to try to make a point.
And now we have VAR.
Yeah.
Now, what for? A penalty or a red card?
It could be a red card. I mean, the play's done. There's no penalty in it because Joseph Martinez is on the ground. It's a dead ball, I believe, at that stage. That's the type of stuff you're going to be looking at, but the replay was just shown here in the building, and you could see it looked like Kendall Waston, I believe, saw Joseph Martinez and stepped on him. Joseph's going to the penalty spot.
The last time Waston played in this building, he was red carded for Vancouver Whitecaps almost a year ago today.
If the ball was in play, it can be a penalty.
Chapman has seen it. He's walking away from the monitor. He's waving the ball away from the penalty spot, and he does not pull anything out of his pocket.
Well, we're not 100% sure what's being looked at here. The replays now they're showing on ESPN are about a potential foul there, and there's no foul, I didn't think, on Joseph Martinez as he's trying to get back on the ball. I thought Waston stepped on him intentionally.
Meanwhile, the goal kick intercepted by Barco, who comes down the middle through traffic, tried to play it ahead to Joseph, body checked away from the ball by Hagelin.
Chapman's not going to call anything today.
Cincinnati trying to break down the left wing. Just a few seconds left in the first half. They'll put some time on for VAR. Here's Julian Gressel dispossessing his man, and then Pity pushed down from behind and fouled by Ulloa. So it looks like Atlanta United will get into the dressing room leading at least 1-0 as the free kick is played short and back to Miles Robinson. Just seconds remain now as LGP at the halfway line drops it back to Miles Robinson. Robinson a couple steps to his right, leaves it off to Michael Parkhurst. Parkhurst up to the halfway line, stops, turns, and sends it back to Guzan. Some Cincinnati players are saying blow for halftime. As Guzan plays it right back down the middle to Miles Robinson as Alan Chapman looks at his watch. Robinson passing it up to Eric Remetti. Remetti coming forward down the left wing, into the middle third, up to the halfway line. Remetti sends a nice ball through down the middle, which is intercepted and then spun back the other way off to Breck Shea. Referee says play on here as Breck Shea comes down the left wing, stops and plays it back to LGP. Both teams waiting for the halftime whistle, it feels, as LGP flips the point of attack to the right side to Parkhurst. Parkhurst plays it up to Pitti. Off to Julian Gressel at the touchline. Chop back to Pitti in the box. Emergency clear by Hagelin. Out. Will they give him a corner? Yes. So this will be probably the final play of the first half as Hagelin knocked it out for a corner, the second of the match for Atlanta United.
Has to be the final play of the half. Chapman's added a full extra minute for that VAR check that didn't take that long.
Nope. Pitti Martinez in the far corner. Atlanta United attacking the goal to our left. Pitti with hands on hips, up to the ball, strikes it, and it's knocked off of Bertone and out, and no more, says Alan Chapman. It never got to the front post. So Atlanta United scoring in the 5th minute. Joseph Martinez, nothing from that point forward. They lead Cincinnati 1-0 at halftime, and we'll have more after this on Star 94.1.
At Walgreens, shopping for spring beauty essentials is a snap. We can help you find foundation that lasts longer than your day or a lipstick to finish any look. Now, purchase 2 of your favorite cosmetics, nail products, or beauty accessories from brands like L'Oreal, Maybelline, and Revlon, and get your 3rd one free. At Walgreens, refreshing your beauty routine is pretty simple. Walgreens, trusted since 1901. Cosmetics, nail products, and beauty accessories are buy 2 and get the 3rd free. Mix and match through March 23rd with card. Exclusions apply. This week, you'll find great deals at Walgreens. Now, wonderful pistachios in shell, 16 ounce, $5.49 with $1 off coupon and card. Downy liquid detergent, 51 ounce, Tide liquid detergent, 37 or 40 ounce, and Tide Pods 12 or 16 pack, $2.95 with $2 off coupon and card. Get great deals on the essentials you need right here at your neighborhood Walgreens. Walgreens, trusted since 1901. While supplies last, restrictions and exclusions apply. See store for details.
John Hancock Vitality is proud to announce that we've reinvented one of life's most basic activities, walking. But we haven't made it fancier or even more choreographed. We've made it more rewarding, literally. With John Hancock Vitality, the more steps you take, the less you pay. Get moving at itslifeinsurance.com because we believe your life insurance company should help you live a longer, healthier life. Insurance issued by John Hancock Life Insurance Company, USA, Boston, MA, not licensed in New York, and John Hancock Life Insurance Company of New York, Valhalla, NY. Availability may vary by state.
Los pros saben que hay que estar en la obra para que los proyectos salgan bien, a tiempo y dentro del presupuesto. Por eso Lowe's te ayuda con cantidades grandes y servicio de entrega a la obra para que no decaiga el trabajo. Para ahorrar más, compra al por mayor y ahorra hasta un 15% en paneles de yeso, accesorios para paneles de yeso y tableros de respaldo selectos y hasta un 30% en aislantes de fibra de vidrio selectos. Hazlo bien, hazlo por menos. Empieza con Lowe's. La selección varía según la región. Se requiere compra mínima. Detalles en la tienda, solo en Estados Unidos.
The invitation to Lexus is no ordinary invitation. It is crafted with a dedication to building the finest vehicles on the road. At the Invitation to Lexus sales event, you're invited to experience everything that makes Lexus, Lexus.
Lease the 2019 ES350 for $379 a month for 36 months with $39.99 due at signing.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Call 1-800-USA-LEXUS for important lease offer and pricing details. Not all customers will qualify. Offer ends March 31st, 2019.
Now, back with more Atlanta United action on today's home for our Atlanta United, Star 94.1.
Atlanta United's MLS home opener here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium with almost every of the 72,000 seats filled, and they have a 1-0 lead here at halftime. The goal came early in the 5th minute, and Joseph Martinez picked right up where he left off at the end of last season. Poked down from behind by Alan Cruz. It falls back to Lorenowitz, and now here comes Julian Gressel up the far touchline, sending it ahead to Joseph onside on the right side of the box. Joseph dribbles in, shoots, scores! That'll work. 1-0 Atlanta United in the 5th minute, the first MLS goal of the season for the MVP. And it felt like, okay, early goal, 5th minute. Atlanta United against an expansion team. Maybe we're going to get a rout today. Not the case, though. Statistically, Atlanta United, 7 shots to 2 for Cincinnati, 3 shots on target, none for Cincinnati, 69% possession. They're passing at 87%. Those numbers look great, but Why do I not feel like Atlanta United really has this in control yet?
Because Pity Martinez, Ezequiel Barco, Joseph Martinez, out of the 11 Atlanta United players, all three of them are in the bottom 4 in passes for the half. A lot of possession, but it's between your 3 center backs and Leandro Gonzalez-Perez, Miles Robinson, Michael Parkhurst, then your wing backs and your midfielders. Brad Gazan has more passes than Joseph Martinez, almost as many as Barco, which is completely wrong, and only 6 less than Pity Martinez. You're not getting them enough touches. They're flat out not getting enough touches. Everything has been at too languid of a pace. It's all very same. Sometimes, and Julian Gressel's been very good at this when he's had the opportunity, sometimes you have to throw the opposition off by going fast. Not always. You want to control possession, but go fast when the opportunity is there. Some people need to force it a little bit more in the second half.
Legs could be a factor, too. Atlanta United playing their 4th match in 10 days, their 3rd in 6 days. They do have the lead, 1-0 at halftime over Cincinnati. We will look at scores from around MLS right after this on Star 94.1.
I'm Jay Farner, CEO of Quicken Loans, America's premier home purchase lender. Today's fluctuating interest rates can leave you with unexpected higher mortgage payments. At Quicken Loans, we've created a new way to protect you from unpredictable interest rates so you can buy a home with certainty. It's called Rate Shield, and here's how it works. With Rate Shield, you can lock your interest rate while you shop for a new home. So if rates go up, you don't have to worry. And here's the best part. If rates go down, you get the lower rate. With Rate Shield, we really have you covered. Here are more reasons why you'll want to work with America's largest mortgage lender. For 9 years in a row now, J.D. Power has ranked Quicken Loans highest in the nation in customer satisfaction for primary mortgage origination. And for the 5th year in a row, they've also ranked us highest in the nation for mortgage servicing. Rate Shield. Another way we can save you money on your mortgage. Call us today at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com.
Based on Rocket Mortgage data in comparison to public data records. Rate Shield approval only valid on certain 30-year purchase transactions. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender licensed in all 50 states. NMLS number 3030. Additional conditions or exclusions may apply.
At Walgreens, shopping for spring beauty essentials is a snap. We can help you find foundation that lasts longer than your day or a lipstick to finish any look. Now, purchase 2 of your favorite cosmetics, nail products, or beauty accessories from brands like L'Oreal, Maybelline, and Revlon, and get your 3rd one free. At Walgreens, refreshing your beauty routine is pretty simple. Walgreens, trusted since 1901. Cosmetics, nail products, and beauty accessories are buy 2 and get the 3rd free. Mix and match through March 23rd with card. Exclusions apply.
5-hour tea with caffeine from green tea leaves. It's delicious, energizing, and comes in 3 amazing flavors. With 0 sugar and 4 calories, it fits your life. With its compact size and portability, it goes where you go. To the campsite, the hiking trail, the beach, without weighing you down. 5-hour tea. Caffeine from green tea leaves. Release your natural side from the makers of 5-Hour Energy. For more information and to find a retailer near you, visit 5hourtea.com.
Relax, as the blaring of horns become the gentle rolling of a river. Let road rage wash over you as it transforms into a relaxing melody. But this isn't just about mindfulness, it's also about life insurance. Because with John Hancock Vitality, living healthy can earn you rewards. We believe your life insurance company should help you live a longer, healthier life. Keep it positive at itslifeinsurance.com. Insurance issued by John Hancock Life Insurance Company USA, Boston, MA, not licensed in New York, and John Hancock Life Insurance Company of New York, Valhalla, NY. Availability may vary by state.
Back to more Atlanta United soccer on today's home of the United, Star 94.1.
1-0, Atlanta United leading Cincinnati at halftime on a 5th-minute goal by Joseph Martinez. Week 2 of MLS wrapping up this afternoon. Already today, New York City and DC United played to a scoreless draw, and Kansas City beat Philadelphia 2-0. Philadelphia Union comes here next Sunday without Marco Fabian, who was red-carded in that match today. Later tonight, LAFC will play Portland, that match in L.A. Yesterday, Chicago-Orlando played to a 1-1 draw. Columbus over New England 2-0. Dallas 2-0 over L.A. Galaxy. Houston beat Montreal Impact 2-1. It was RSL over Vancouver 1-0. Minnesota 3-0 at San Jose. And Seattle 2-0 winners at Colorado. Second half is next. Atlanta United has the 1-0 lead on Cincinnati here on Star 94.1.
This is Brad Milkey of ABC's Start Here podcast. Lights left on overnight. running equipment not in use, HVAC systems running after hours. These are just a few of the biggest ways businesses lose energy. The government's Energy Star program says businesses waste 1/3 of the energy consumed. So, turn off the lights when you leave, put your computer on power save mode, use occupancy light sensors, and try to promote a green culture around the office.
This ABC Business Update was brought to you by Georgia Power.
Hi, it's Jamie, Progressive's Employee of the Month, 2 months in a row. Leave a message at the... Hi, Jamie. It's me, Jamie. I just had a new idea for our song about the Name Your Price tool. So when it's like, tell us what you want to pay, hey, 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 and the trombone goes, blah, 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 and you say, we'll help you find coverage options to fit your budget. Then we just all do finger snaps while a choir goes, savings coming at ya, savings coming at ya. Yes? No? Maybe? Anyway, see you at practice tonight. I got new lyrics for the rap break.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
At Walgreens, shopping for spring beauty essentials is a snap. We can help you find foundation that lasts longer than your day or a lipstick to finish any look. Now, purchase 2 of your favorite cosmetics, nail products, or beauty accessories from brands like L'Oreal, Maybelline, and Revlon, and get your 3rd one free. At Walgreens, refreshing your beauty routine is pretty simple. Walgreens, trusted since 1901. Cosmetics, nail products, and beauty accessories are buy 2 and get the 3rd free. Mix and match through March 23rd with card. Exclusions apply. At Walgreens, shopping for spring beauty essentials is a snap. We can help you find foundation that lasts longer than your day or a lipstick to finish any look. Now, purchase 2 of your favorite cosmetics, nail products, or beauty accessories from brands like L'Oreal, Maybelline, and CoverGirl, and get your 3rd one free. At Walgreens, refreshing your beauty routine is pretty simple. Walgreens, trusted since 1901. Cosmetics, nail products, and beauty accessories are buy 2 and get the 3rd free. Mix and match through March 23rd with card. Exclusions apply.
It's time to shop at Macy's with thousands of specials priced so low you don't need a coupon. For starters, great styles for her are 40% off. Save 65% during our big fine jewelry clearance and 25 to 40% on shoes she'll love. Plus, find a big selection of designer handbags, $29.99 to $49.99. Now through March 10th at Macy's. Savings off sale prices, exclusions apply. Macy's Star Rewards now offers benefits everyone can enjoy no matter how they pay. Visit Macys.com/Star Rewards.
This is MLS on today's home for the Atlanta United, Star 94.1.
Atlanta United looking for their 2nd win of the season across all competitions. Their first win in MLS League play. They have a 1-0 lead as we get ready to start the second half against expansion side Cincinnati. But as Jason told you, feels a little languid, a little deliberate here for Atlanta United. And you and I were talking during the break. You have an idea that might inject a little bit of punch into this match for Atlanta United.
You might need to wait a little bit to see what Cincinnati could do here because they have also been kind of bland here in possession. Do they want to get Kenny safe on the field? You'd think he's going to see the field today. How much time does he have in him? Corbin Bone played well in Seattle. Do you give him some time to try to spark their attack? But so far, Cincinnati just hasn't done much in terms of possession. They haven't had many touches. They've been pretty basic. Maybe you could get away with dropping a player like Barco into the central midfield and bring on Tito Villalba. I think it would be an option against teams like this where you're going to have 65, 70% of the possession, where you're even more dominant in possession than you expect to be, to try to change the tempo up. Because that's my biggest issue so far is that you're doing the things that you want to do, but the tempo changes are not there. You can't have the orchestra play at the same speed all night long. There have to be some ups and downs. So far, we've got lots of mid-tempo, some downs. We don't have that change of pace, and that's what we need to see from Atlanta United. It's what I think this club is known for a little bit. Miguel Almiron brought a lot of that change of pace. You don't have that same change of pace, but you can still go faster when you have the opportunity. Julian Gressel, again, I think he's very good at sensing that. Need a little more of that from the rest of the squad.
Well, legs are a concern, as we've been saying,
absolutely.
Because Atlanta United is in the midst of, this is their 3rd match now that their 4th match, that they've played in the last 10 days. They're playing 6 matches in the span of 18 days. Wednesday, they will play Monterrey in the back end, the second leg of the CONCACAF Champions League quarterfinal. Atlanta United facing very, very long odds, trailing 3-0 on aggregate in that series. We'll have that Wednesday night, 7:30 on Star 94.1. Back to MLS play Sunday with Philadelphia Union coming to town. That match will also be heard on Star 94.1. And then Atlanta United gets to the international break, which will be well-timed, although some Atlanta United players, Pity Martinez included, have been called up to international duty.
Yeah, let's not gloss over that real quick, though. Pity Martinez, first player in Major League Soccer to be called up to the Argentine national team. It's never happened before. You could conceivably see Pity Martinez line up next to Lionel Messi. This is a big deal, and this is, again, back to where Atlanta United is trying to take things into a little bit bigger picture of what this league can be. This is a league that can house Argentine internationals. We saw Sebastian Giovinco struggle with that with Italy. He wasn't getting call-ups because of being in MLS, and managers said so. Argentina and Pity Martinez being part of that squad while representing Atlanta United is a very big deal.
Pity's going to have a chance to play with Messi. I mean, just think about that.
He's done it before. Like that's the thing, is it's not for him. It's not such a big deal. For the league and for Atlanta United, it's a very big deal. And I think something Leandro Gonzalez-Perez has mentioned at points in the media, he wants to represent Argentina someday. His performance has generally been at a point where you can push to be in that call-up. Now, maybe the eyes are a little wider about other players who could get those opportunities.
One of their fixtures, by the way, in the upcoming international window is against Venezuela, coincidentally. Second half about to begin. Both clubs have returned to the pitch. Neither side has made a substitution. Atlanta United wearing the stripes with the black trunks and red socks. Cincinnati, white shirts, white trunks, white socks. Cincinnati kicking off to begin the second half and attacking the goal to our left as Kikuta Mane, the 24-year-old from Gambia, played for Pachuca and then in the Swiss Super League last year. After playing in MLS from 2013 to 2017, kicks it off for Cincinnati, and second half is underway. Into the back line it goes to Kendall Waston, who had a threat on a set piece in the first half, otherwise has been quiet, and may have been somewhat fortunate to dodge a red card at the end of the first half.
Didn't get a good look at that. Again, it was a quick replay we saw on the ESPN monitor. That was not what they showed VAR was looking at, so we'll have to look at that one after the match.
Loose ball inside of center circle, turned by Remedi up to Michael Parkhurst, and down the right wing now to Julian Gressel, who plays it back towards the Atlanta goal to Parkhurst. Alignment remains the same, 3-4-3 for Atlanta United. Parkhurst, the rightmost of the center backs. Miles Robinson, the centralmost of the center backs. And he's got the ball right now outside of center circle. Dribbles into the circle and then passes off to the right to Parkhurst. Parkhurst sends a long ball up to Barco, who gets on the end of it in the near corner, plays it towards goal and over the crossbar and out for goal kick.
Barco maybe had a little more room to take a touch and beat Ulloa on the dribble. Tried to hit that first time, did not bring that back around to give Joseph or Pity an opportunity on it.
Spencer Ritchie, Cincinnati's backup keeper, getting the start today with Przemysław Teton injured. Sends it from right to left, right down the middle, right to Michael Parkhurst, who back passes to Brad Guzan. 1-0 Atlanta United in the 47th minute. LGP outside of the Atlanta box, plays it back inside the 6 to Guzan. Guzan takes a step forward and now swings it over to the near touchline to Julian Gressel, who traps it and plays it back to Michael Parkhurst. Gressel, I got a better feeling that he would be able to play today when I saw him get off the plane on Thursday without a walking boot. He made a very quick recovery after rolling his right ankle in training on Monday. Back into the middle of the back line to Miles Robinson, who passes off to the right to Michael Parkhurst. Parkhurst sends a ball up to Lorenowitz at the halfway line. He stops and spins it back now to Miles Robinson. Comes across center circle and plays it up now to Jeff Lorenowitz. And back it goes, Brek Shea. It's the hair color that's getting me today, I guess. LGP now, yeah, they look nothing alike other than hair color. Now this is Jeff Lorenowitz with the ball, playing it over to Parkhurst and up to Gressel. Nice ball, Julian Gressel finding space down the middle. PT leaves it off now to Breckshea, left side of the box. His cross to PT, never connected. May have been deflected by Bertone. Out it goes for a throw. It was deflected.
Yeah, Bertone cleared it away. Great decision by PT Martinez to leave that for Breckshea.
And now here's Breckshea again out of the far corner. Another cross to the back post. Too far, but it's going to roll to Julian Gressel in the corner. Gressel then tries to volley it over to Duplan. Duplan wins the ball.
Good work by Duplan. Gressel went for the sombrero.
Intercepted Barco. And then Barco is tripped up in the near corner. The ball rolls over the end line and out. And it's last off Barco for goal kick. So good recovery again by Duplan to win that ball and avoid giving up a corner.
Barco with a heavy touch. Duplan doesn't get any of him on the slide in. No foul.
Right to left goal kick by Ritchie. Coming down the middle, headed up in the air by Jeff Lorenowitz towards Remetti. Falls right back down to Lorenowitz, who plays it up to Barco. Cut inside to Remetti. Back to Lorenowitz. Over to the near touchline. Gressel. Back to the back line to Miles Robinson. Robinson passes left up to the halfway line now to LGP. Cuts it down the middle, looking for Gressel, who applauds. A good idea, but too far, and over the end line for goal kick.
Good idea, but poorly hit ball from Leandro Gonzalez-Perez. When you're a little tired, you see those types of mistakes.
This match kind of has the feel of Atlanta United with the gas tank empty, and really emptied Wednesday night in Monterey. Just trying to hang on here and find something to get that second goal and a little bit of breathing room as Ritchie sends it down the middle from left to right, volleyed up in the air by Duplan towards Guzan. Stepping in front is Parkhurst trying to win the ball. It's advanced forward by Lamar, and then back the other way. It's headed up in the air by Kendall Waston in the midfield in front of Joseph. Waston again heads it out right to Frank DeBoer for a throw to Atlanta United.
I'll counter that a bit. I don't think Atlanta's just trying to hang on. I think Atlanta's just sloppy. I think right now it's the heavy legs affecting them just to be sloppy. I think they're trying to create opportunities. The energy and the quality is not quite there today.
Here's a long ball by LGP, played down the middle to Joseph, headed away by Kendall Waston, but right to Pity Martinez, who combines with Breckshea and LGP at the halfway line. And he'll send it up to Eric Remetti now. Remetti cuts it down the left wing. P.T. Martinez onside, controls on the touchline. Here comes a cross from P.T. to the back post. Julian Gressel had it eyed up for a volley, but it's flicked on by Duplan and out for a throw.
Duplan and Waston were a little late to recognize that Julian Gressel was on the back post. P.T. Martinez tried to take advantage.
Dropped into Barco, returned to Gressel, now into the box to Jeff Lorenowitz. Back to Gressel, top of the box. He'll move it back to Remetti. He'll pass to the left now to Breckshea. And up it goes now into the left, attacking third. Pitti, another cross. Bounces, it almost went in. It took a funny hop in front of Ritchie, and then it went wide of the near post.
That's the difference with Pity Martinez out wide. That's a driven ball across the face of goal. He's looking for a deflection or for Joseph Martinez to get on the end of it. He nearly found the back of the net because Spencer Ritchie did not have a clue that was coming.
This portion of the match brought to you by Piedmont Quick Care. One stop to better. Deep in the 51st minute. Atlanta United leading 1-0. Ritchie sending it from right to left. Headed down by Barco up to Joseph, and then cleared by Cincinnati into the Atlanta defensive third, where Brad Guzan will clear it up to Breckshea. If Breck can turn on this, he's got a lot of room to run down the left wing, and he does. Crosses the halfway line. Stops and drops it back to LGP dangerously. It's intercepted by Mane coming into the box. Mane towards the top of the six, and he's body checked off the ball, and it's left out for goal kick on beautiful defending by Atlanta United's most consistent player, Miles Robinson.
Miles Robinson is a potential U.S. men's national team center back, and plays like this are why. Kekuta Mane has been one of the fastest players in this league for a long time during his periods with the Columbus Crew and the Vancouver Whitecaps. Miles Robinson shows the speed, shows the physical strength, and Kekuta Mane's in a heap right now up against the signboard as Atlanta plays on.
11 on 10, Atlanta United moving from left to right. Gressel passes back towards his own goal to Parkhurst. Bounced in the middle now to Eric Remetti. Up further now down the left wing to Pity Martinez. He'll swing it to the top of the 18. Ball targeted for Barco, cleared by Waston. Down the middle, Cincinnati tries to play, but Lorenowitz settles the ball. Leaves it back to the kickoff spot to Robinson. Still 11 on 10 here for Atlanta United. Here is Breck Shea off the far touchline. Passed in the middle, Eric Rametti to the top of the 18. Julian Gressel headed away from him by Duplan. Out into the near corner, and Duplan will leave it in play. Duplan now passes into his own 18, and it will be cleared by Kendall Waston down the near touchline, where Robinson will track back and settle it.
It's a bad giveaway from Breck Shea as he had some space to take off, pulled it back. LGP wasn't expecting it. Kekuta Mane nearly with an opportunity for Cincinnati, but Miles Robinson saves the day again.
Atlanta again, everyone in front of the halfway line as Parkhurst cuts it to the kickoff spot now to Robinson. Robinson sends it down the left wing to Pity Martinez. Now Breck Shea off the far touchline. Shea will backtrack, take a couple steps, and pass to Lorenowitz. Lorenowitz with Atlanta United still 11 on 10. Returns it to Shea down the left wing. Advances now to Pity. Off the touchline. Here's a cross for Joseph. Blocked out for a corner.
Pity Martinez drifting out to the touchline to try to find more space. Atlanta really struggling to get Martinez and Barco in dangerous spots. This is something they're going to have to figure out as the season goes on.
Mane is back on. Third corner of the match for Atlanta United as Barco is in the far corner. Only one over there for Atlanta United. They attack the goal to our right. Barco 5 steps behind the ball. Up to it. Strikes it. Front post. Lorenowitz missed the header. And it bends out for goal kick.
I think Jeff got a touch. Just not enough of it. I think he slightly redirected that. No one crashing at the back post. It's a great designed play. Now he didn't quite get there. Good
Close
ball
though.
in from Barco.
Yeah, very, very close. If he does get a touch, it's probably a goal.
He needs Breck Shea and Joseph Martinez crashing on the back post. Either one of them could have touched that home as well.
So both teams have had corner kicks that very nearly turned into goals, but they were unable to convert. Off the goal kick, the ball rolls off to Alvis Powell, who streaks down the right wing, being marked by Barco. Powell on the far touchline, now turns inside and sends it outside of center circle to Ulloa, and this is the first possession for Cincinnati 10 minutes into the second half. The plan coming forward down the left wing. Passing back into the middle now to Ulloa. Ulloa's pass is blocked down, but sent now into the near corner. Here's a cross by DePlan to the penalty spot, headed in for a goal. No, offside.
And hang on, we're back. I think Mike Conti blew a gasket, had an orgasm or something right there. We're going to go ahead and shut that off for a sec. And we're back live, A-Bomb Coast to Coast. And it's not 2-0. That was a bad call. Whoever called that was wrong. It is still 1-0. Atlanta United still has the lead. It is not 2-0. Sorry, Daniel. Wish it was. It ain't. And so it is Atlanta 1, Cincinnati nothing. Hope everybody online is having a great Sunday. It's been a pleasure to bring this game to you. I had to step aside for a while, and I hope you enjoyed the call from WSTR. That is Star 94.1 in Atlanta. Normally a hot AC station, but today they brought you the game and the match because 92.9 is carrying the Hawks. And we'll have to check in on that game in just a moment. But the important action is going on right here, and that's in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And it's still 1-0. We are now 1 hour into this game, almost. It's 58 minutes into the game. We are minute 58, almost up on 1 hour. And as you can see, the audio was brought to you by WSTR 94.1. That's Star 94 Atlanta. We're going to leave that up there even though they are no longer bringing us the audio, but it's possible we might have to switch it back over to them. And we also appreciate them giving us that feed earlier today. Minute number 59 all of a sudden. And since it's 1-0 Atlanta's in no hurry to do anything here. They're just fine with passing it back and forth. Killing some clock, doing whatever needs to happen on that end. And so Atlanta still has it. Still in minute 59. And now it goes out of bounds, and somebody's going to have to throw it inbounds. And that's going to be Darlington Nagbe, it looks like. So we're into minute number 60, and it is Cincinnati throwing it in bounds. We're going to send it back to Star 94 right now for a little bit more coverage as soon as we can get them back. Actually, it's going to take just a couple of moments to get you back with Star 94. Minute number 61, Atlanta has the ball. And right now we're going to take you back to Star 94. And Pity Martinez had an opportunity. It's broken up. I'm losing my voice, excuse me. So
almost lost it to Adi, but it's sent back to Miles Robinson. 62nd minute now as it's played up to Joseph Martinez coming down the left wing. Left off in the middle to PT, tried to send it back to Joseph. It's sent back the other way by Cincinnati, but right to LGP.
Joseph was looking for that 1-2 with PT.
PT Martinez at the halfway line, playing it backwards to LGP. Swept to the right to Miles Robinson. Now up to Darlington Nagbe across the halfway line. They'll send it back to Michael Parkhurst. He walks up to the halfway line, bends it over to the left touch line, and PT, it falls to him onside, dribbles into the box, crosses for Joseph, blocked away by Hagelin, out for a corner.
Really poorly played by Alvis Powell. Just misread that long ball over the top. PT Martinez saw that Powell was in trouble, just waited for it, takes off into the box. Maybe should have been a little more selfish there and tried to go to goal himself.
All right, is Atlanta United going to get someone on the back post here as we're in the 63rd minute, leading 1-0? P.T. Martinez in the far corner.
Last time it was Lorenowitz looping around at the near post. Let's see if they set something up for Robinson.
P.T. strikes the ball, goes back post again, looking for Joseph, heads it towards goal, caught by Ritchie.
Joseph was trying to pick out Miles Robinson with the header back across.
Then Ritchie tries to start a break down the left wing, but Lamar has to turn on it and play it back to Ulloa. Free pass out of the defensive third now for Cincinnati. Here's Bertone up to the halfway line. Pass off to the left to Ulloa. Up to DePlan across the halfway line. He'll send it down the middle now, trying to hook up with Adi, and does on the left side of the 18. Parkhurst is over there. Adi and Parkhurst go into the corner with it. Parkhurst still shielding Fernando Adi, who's much taller than him, and then Adi falls down and Parkhurst strips him.
That's terrible from Adi.
Up ahead to Eric Rametti. Good work, though, by Parkhurst. Rametti bounces it over to Breck Shea. Atlanta United breaking down the left wing. Up to P.T. Martinez. P.T. into the attacking third. Trying to dribble in on Alvis Powell. Powell dispossesses him.
P.T. tries to go 1v1 with Powell. He loves to go 1v1, but it's just not on for him at the moment.
Powell then clears down the right wing, where it'll be controlled by LGP and played into Guzan. 64th minute, Atlanta United leading 1-0. Michael Parkhurst, no one around him. At the edge of the defensive third, he'll play it back in the middle to Miles Robinson, who combines with Eric Rametti now. Rametti pirouetting on the ball just outside of center. Dispossesses him.
P.T. tries.
And these guys tonight, if you were watching the broadcast, okay, we're back. We're back. Sorry, we had some technical difficulties, but it's still Atlanta 1, Cincinnati nothing. We are in almost to minute number 67, and it's been all keep away ever since Atlanta scored that goal early on. So that's where we are right now. Glad to have everybody on board. And we've got some German coming in here. Let me see if that means I need to turn down my mic. Not sure. Okay, let's try that. Hopefully my audio is okay and it's not blasting anybody out. So here's Atlanta. And now the ball goes back to Cincinnati. It's been all Atlanta so far. It's been a blowout. It's a 1-0 blowout, as somebody mentioned earlier. Let's see if we can get you some scores from around the league. From MLS, let's see what we've got for you. Sporting KC up 2-0 on Philly. That is a final. NYCFC and DC United 0-0. That is a final. And so the only other match that's coming up is just a little bit later on. That is going to be LAFC versus Portland Timbers. We are now in minute number 69. And so we're going to see if we can send you back to just a little bit more action on Star 94. It's going to take just a moment to get you there. And so here we go, back to Mike Conti and Jason Longshore on Star 94.1 WSTR. We've got some audio from them coming up just as soon as we can get it up for you. And here they come in about 3 seconds after this ad.
To Parkhurst, down the middle to Joseph, tap back to Nagby. Nagby now pitching it up to Joseph. Does the flag stay down? It does. Joseph at the top of the 18, drops it back to Nagby. Nagby is then pushed off the ball, no foul on Cruz, but it falls back to Parkhurst. And now Parkhurst plays it in the middle. Here's Eric Remetti, skipping it over now to LGP, left attacking third. Ahead it goes to Breck Shea, out of the corner, his cross to the penalty spot, kicked out by Hagelin for a throw.
LGP tried to make the run to give Breck Shea a different option. Shea's cross was cleared away.
Garza sub not happening yet as it's dropped into LGP. Back to Shea, out of the corner. Another cross, low this time. Knocked down by Hagelin again. Volleyed up in the air, and Ritchie will catch. Joseph arguing that Hagelin was holding on to him and wouldn't let him jump into it. 70th minute now.
Kenny Safe also getting ready to come in for Cincinnati.
So Garza, who started all 5 playoff games for Atlanta United last year, will come in. Safe, who was signed on Wednesday out of the Belgian league. And Alan Koch will be out of subs at that point. 2 left for Atlanta United.
Safe recently broken into the U.S. men's national team. Creative attacking player, wasn't getting a lot of time at Anderlecht.
Here's Waston playing it down the middle, and the flag goes up as Maddox was offside at the edge of the 18. Let's see what kind of reception Greg Garza gets. Hopefully a warm one as he comes in for Alvis Powell. Garza, a fan favorite here in Atlanta. Missed 23 games last year with a shoulder injury. He's on a 30-minute limit today as he's been dealing with a quad injury, and as I would expect, Garza getting a very warm round of applause as he deserves. The substitution of Safe not being made yet, so 2 subs made by Cincinnati, 1 for Atlanta United in the 71st minute.
Mathieu Duplan slides over to the right side. Garza takes up his familiar left back role.
Free kick from the point of the offside for Michael Parkhurst.
Andrew Carlton getting ready to check in for Atlanta United.
That's interesting. That'll be his first action of the year with the first team as Pity Martinez wins the ball at the kickoff spot, drops it back to LGP. Back further now to Miles Robinson. Sends it over to Michael Parkhurst. Parkhurst looking for options, goes up the near touchline to Gressel, touched into the middle to Eric Remetti, who's able to nutmeg his man Fernando Adi and come down the middle. Remetti into the attacking third. Joseph leaves it back to Remetti. Skips it over now to Pity Martinez, edge of the 18. He'll shoot from there. It bounces and is caught by Ritchie. With Joseph crashing on the back post, he kicks at the ad boards in frustration.
I think Pity was actually trying to drive that to the back post for Joseph. Didn't hit it cleanly. Ritchie's able to jump out there and grab it.
Bertoni now as Cincinnati tries to get out of the defensive third. Kendall Waston has it and plays it over to Greg Garza, who walks it up to the halfway line and will cross the halfway line on Julian Gressel. Into the middle, Maddox. Back to Garza. Into the attacking third to Adi at the top of the 18. Flag stays down this time. He returns it to Maddox now on the touchline. Played through to Garza. Stepped over the ball. Julian Gressel wins it, and Garza was offside. Now the third and final sub for Cincinnati. It's Kenny Safe. out of Panama City, Florida. He claims Israel as his hometown. Haifa, Israel, but has 4 caps for the U.S. men's national team. You may have known him with the men's national team as Kenny Seth, but his name is actually, we are told, pronounced Safe.
Straight from the man himself.
Yep. Cincinnati now out of substitutions in the 73rd minute. As Jason told you, Carlton will be coming in a moment.
All right, we're back.
And
we are back.
Cruz
73 minutes.
All right. Brad
Safe
Kuzan
is taking up a space on the left wing.
Ooh, Joseph, low bridges. Kendall Waston going up for an aerial.
All right, there we go. Cleared that audio. Somebody was just from Panama City, Florida. I think for the Atlanta United. You might want to check that out there. You might want to check that out. So we have about 15 more minutes left in this one. We are into minute number 74. And we are going to send you back over to some really quality audio in just a moment.
On March 29th,
ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
a legend comes to life like never before.
the one, the only.
Dubbo. I get goosebumps. Rated PG.
Gressel sending it up to Nagbe, dribbling through traffic. Darlington Nagbe into the attacking third. Nagbe now stops. Nice pass over to the left to Breck Shea. Shea will survey options. Pass to Nagbe. Taps it back to LGP in front of the halfway line. Down the middle it goes now to Eric Remetti. Left side of the 18. Keeps it in play before it gets to the end line. Eric Remetti leaves it off to Breck Shea. To Andrew Carlton, headed away from him by Kendall Waston at the penalty spot. Back down the middle, Miles Robinson is caught up, and now Julian Gressel in front of Greg Garza leaves it back to Michael Parkhurst.
Smart play from Parkhurst. Garza was going to jump that pass into Gressel. Parkhurst keeps it.
Look at Parkhurst sending it down the right wing to Gressel, who was pleading for it. Traps it off the touchline. Gressel now takes a touch. Crosses it to the top of the 18. Carlton to Joseph at the top of the 18. Back to Carlton. Right side of the box. Loses a race to the halfway line, and it goes out.
Beautiful first touch from Andrew Carlton to Joseph. Joseph tried to return the favor back to him. Good connection between those two.
It's looking a little better now.
It's just a little more energy, and sometimes bringing in a different player, a youthful player like Andrew Carlton, just brings a little bit different vibe.
Cincinnati escaping down the left wing with Greg Garza into the middle third. They trail 1-0 in the 76th minute. Ulloa now flips the point of attack to the right side where it is trapped and sent into the back line now to Hagelin. Hagelin plays it down the middle to Ulloa.
It's
again,
still
outside
1-0.
the center circle. Pass off to the left to Waston. Still short on the halfway line. Kendall Waston fake the pass, drops it back to Hagelin. There's room down the right here for Cincinnati, and Hagelin will opt to go off to the right side. Now it's played into the middle to Adi, who's bodied off the ball by LGP, but LGP fouls him.
Looked like LGP was getting pushed.
LGP playing on a yellow, grabbing a man to stop a break in the 11th minute. That's the only caution shown during the match today. Cincinnati off the free kick. Hagelin up to the halfway line. Drop back to Hagelin. Now skips it across center circle to Kenny Safe. Safe sends it down the middle, where Cincinnati has to retreat back to the halfway line to Garza, who plays it in the middle and turns it over. Remetti cuts it down to Joseph. Joseph taken down from behind by Waston. Played ahead to Andrew Carlton, top of the 18. Chests it down, traps the ball, dribbles in. Carlton to the end line, crosses, blocked. To the top of the 6, only Cincinnati players there, and Garza clears.
Carlton nearly got that back across to Julian Gressel, who was crashing. Joseph Martinez was taken down from behind by Kendall Waston. The advantage was there. We'll see if anything comes of it.
Carlton has created 2 chances, though, for Atlanta United. Now it's played down the left wing to Garza. Into the attacking third. Remedi backtracks. Garza plays back to Ulloa. Short ball down the middle where Maddox turns on it. Maddox now leaves it to the touchline to Garza. Tap back to Ulloa. Ulloa plays it into the middle to Kenny Safe. And Safe drops it back further now to Bertone. They'll skip it off to the right side, where it's returned to Bertone now at the halfway line, and he'll play it all the way back to Hagelin. Hagelin now flips the point of attack up to Watson. Waston, who comes forward now down the left wing. Up ahead it goes to Safe. Safe on the edge of the attacking third to Adi, who's backing in on Robinson. Falls down in front of Robinson, and Alan Chapman having none of that.
Great work, Miles Robinson again.
Eric Remedi touches it down to Gressel. Atlanta United trying to clear. Nagbe in trouble. Passes to Gressel. Gressel pops it down the middle. Safe intercepts. Cincinnati's still on the attack here in the 79th minute.
Nagbe's dropped deeper and deeper. Remedi's trying to fill the space where Nagbe would have been as an inside forward. Atlanta's a little disoriented at the moment.
Ulloa playing it back now to Hagelin. They play off to the right side again, where it's quickly returned to Hagelin with Joseph running onto the ball. Hagelin has to back pass to the keeper, Spencer Ritchie. Ritchie sends it down the middle in front of Jeff Lorenowitz. It's cut off to the far touchline for Bertone. It is kept in play in front of Carlton. Drop back to Hagelin. They'll swing it over to Kendall Waston now. Atlanta United a little bit spread out here as Waston walks it towards the halfway line and then drops it back to Safe. Now it's sent down the middle. Safe through traffic down the center of the park. Into the attacking third. He leaves it through into Maddox. Is he onside? Yes. As he traps the ball, now the flag comes up as Maddox controls at the end line.
Atlanta has to get on the same page defensively. Right there, Kenny Safe had all day to turn. Either Eric Remedi or Darlington Nagbe has to sit in that spot. Neither one was there on that break.
This portion of the match brought to you by Heineken. 80th minute. Atlanta United leading 1-0. They have 1 sub remaining. Cincinnati out of subs. Free kick out of the box, which Brad Guzan will take in front of the goal to our left. And Brad wearing the blue goalkeeper kit today, up to the ball and strikes it, sends it down the near wing. It's going to go out. For a throw to Cincinnati at the halfway line. Taken by Garza, thrown into Safe. Gressel dispossesses him along with Lorenowitz, and then Safe pulls down Lorenowitz and fouls him.
Easy by Lorenowitz there, drawing the foul.
And then Safe and Lorenowitz get tangled up, and Alan Chapman runs over to break that up before it gets any worse.
Yeah, nothing in it. I think Safe thought there was more to it, but Jeff Lorenowitz just walking away.
It does slow down the free kick, though, which now Parkhurst will come up 5 yards short of the halfway line to take. On the near touchline, Atlanta United would really like a second goal here, leading 1-0 in the 81st minute.
I think they really need a second goal as well. Cincinnati growing into it. Watch out for Kenny Safe. He's finding some soft spots in Atlanta's defense.
There's a ball sent down the left wing, ticketed for Carlton, who lets it go out for a throw to Cincinnati.
It's good defending by Duplan. Carlton's trying to get around him, but Duplan just shepherds him away from it, lets it go out.
We're in agreement. Carlton is out there making things happen here.
He's brought a spark. Yeah, he's definitely brought a spark.
Now Chapman's going to make Cincinnati, I think, either retake the throw.
No, they lost it.
Was it a foul throw or was it knocked out? I missed it.
Foul throw, I believe.
All right.
No, it was a handball on the throw.
Free kick. Thought it may have been a foul throw, but a free kick at the halfway line for Atlanta United as we're now in the 82nd minute. And LGP is standing over the ball, directing traffic with his left arm. Sweeps it up to Breck Shea down the far touchline. Now inside it goes to Lorenowitz. Backpedals and has to send it back to Robinson, who calmly plays it back to Guzan. I think Miles Robinson again today has been Atlanta United's most consistent player. Guzan slices it down the right wing. It connects with Darlington Nagbe at the halfway line, but then he's dispossessed by Bertone.
Don't think Nagbe expected that. Lost possession too easily.
Maddox then back passes to Ritchie, the keeper. Ritchie sweeps it off to Garza on the near touchline. Plays back into the defensive third to Maddox. Maddox skips it up towards Safe. I think Lorenowitz got a boot on it. It ticks off into the middle of the pitch, and Andrew Carlton poaching, trying to win the ball. It's going to fall in front of Safe and Shea, and it's volleyed around Shea up to Nagbe, and the Nagbe lets it go off to the halfway line. Played up to Garza, intercepted Julian Gressel. Gressel streaking down the right wing. Gressel's cross to the top of the 18 for Joseph. Cut out of danger by Hagelin.
Hagelin had given Joseph a little bit of space. Gressel saw it, just unable to connect.
And then Gressel fouls Garza in transition. Quick free kick taken by Bertone. Up to Safe at the halfway line. Safe sends it over to the left to Garza. Back to Safe. Safe backtracks towards his own goal. Leaves it back to Kendall Waston.
Safe's a player. He's brought a little difference to Cincinnati. More comfortable on the ball with him.
Waston down the middle with Adi backing in on Robinson, and Robinson still wins the header. Plays it up to Remetti. Remetti loses it at center circle, but Nagby is able to clear it back towards the Cincinnati goal.
Nagby, Larinowitz, Remetti. It's not working with the three of them at the moment.
This portion of the match brought to you by Equifax, proud partner of your Atlanta United. Crossing into the 84th minute. Stripes leading 1-0.
Now it's Nagby who stepped up higher again. Remetti had been doing that for a while. The spacing defensively is just not quite there with that trio in the middle.
Ritchie plays it down the middle where it falls over the head of Jeff Larenowitz and in front of Miles Robinson, and a foul now, a late foul called by, oh no,
offside.
It's offside on Cincinnati, excuse me.
Coming back from an offside position.
Let's pause 10 seconds quickly for station identification.
Shoots, scores! You're listening to Atlanta United Soccer, WSTR-FM and HD1 Smyrna, Star 94.1, a radio.com station.
Atlanta United trying to see this out as Shea plays it down the middle to Joseph. Over to the left wing now, Carlton dribbling into the attacking third. Carlton leaves it back to Joseph, 25 yards from goal. Back further to Remetti. Across the park to Larenowitz. Over to the near touchline, Julian Gressel. Atlanta United leading 1-0. Now as we cross into the 85th minute, here is Parkhurst at the edge of center circle. Passes back across the halfway line to Robinson, who sends it over to the left to LGP. He takes a full stride up to the ball, sends it down the middle. Nagby wide open down the middle, heads it towards Joseph, but it doesn't fall to him. Nagby gets back on the ball in front of Garza. Nagby now sending it into the corner. Julian Gressel's cross blocked. Falls right to Greg Garza at the edge of the 18, and he'll clear.
Nagby had an opportunity to be in alone and completely mishandled it.
More blocked crosses, meanwhile, by Atlanta United as it's sent down the right wing. Race to the ball, which LGP and Safe are in. Safe wins the ball, dribbles into the corner to the end line. It goes out. Goal kick. Good work, LGP.
Good recovery from Leandro Gonzalez-Perez. I thought Safe was going to get around him. It's a big switch from Cincinnati to give Safe the opportunity.
No corners, and to my memory, no significant set pieces for Cincinnati here in the second half.
Correct.
So Brad Guzan, left to right goal kick. We're crossing into the 86th minute now. 1-0 Atlanta United leading. Guzan up to the ball, strikes it, drives it low down the left wing. Breck Shea heads it up towards Carlton. Hagelin sends it back the other way. Cincinnati trying to counter. They do as they come down the middle. Wide open is Lama. He shoots and scores. And the flag stayed down. And Cincinnati has equalized in the 86th minute.
When you let a team hang around and build confidence, and we've seen this coming since Kenny Safe checked into this match. Cincinnati much more comfortable playing with the ball at their feet. It's just a header down the right side. It's Kenny Safe cutting inside, and a through ball splits 5 Atlanta defenders. Roland Lamar finishes past Gazan. Cincinnati has equalized late.
And no doubt about it, he was way onside after seeing the replay up here in the booth.
You let a team hang around, they will hurt you.
All right, Atlanta United kicking off, moving from left to right. Now they got to see this match out as it's played down the middle towards Andrew Carlton. Popped up in the air in front of Nagby. And it's going to fall in front of Jeff Larenowitz. Julian Gressel digging for it on the near touchline. It's backheeled nicely by Lamai into the middle, where now it is Adi turning on it, playing down the middle. And here's another through ball sent through. This time Darren Maddox chasing it, and Guzan comes off his line to cover.
Atlanta has to keep their nerve a little bit right now. Cincinnati's looking the more likely to find a second goal.
Kevin Kratz being readied as the third and final sub for Atlanta United.
Wow.
We're now in the 88th minute. Here's Larenowitz cutting it up to Gressel on the near touchline. Gressel into the attacking third.
And look at what happened.
Into the middle of the Darlington Nagby with no one around him. Nagby takes a couple steps, passes off to Andrew Carlton. Over to Breck Shea on the far touchline. Back in the middle to Rometty. All of this happening in front of the halfway line. Now it's LGP.
All right then. Wowzer. And so it is 1-1. Cincinnati had the equalizer somewhere back there while I was getting into my quesadilla from the taco stand. And so Atlanta with the ball. 89th minute. Let's see if we can have some magic happen here. Martinez kicks it way up into the about the 20th row back into the supporters section. Wow, man. Joseph Martinez with the frosty hair. So does Barco. It's kind of hard to tell them apart with that wacky hair. But either way, it's still 1-1. And we hit minute number 90 right now. Let's see how much stoppage time we get. 3 minutes. There you have it. 3 minutes of stoppage time. Did anybody think Cincinnati could come in to our house and make some noise like this? Gressel. Atlanta had a nice shot, but it was broken up. Atlanta has the ball. And where do they want to be? There is a shot on goal. It is stopped. And Richie, the keeper, falls on it and stays there for an extra few seconds like any good keeper should. And so here we are, 3 minutes of stoppage time. Ball goes back to Cincinnati FC's keeper, and then he boots it out. Atlanta currently in control. LGP with it. He passes it off, gets it back. Nagby with it. Gressel with a cross attempt, no good. Nagby pulls the trigger, gets blocked. And it is now out of bounds. Somebody's going to throw it in bounds, and it looks like it's going to be FC Cincinnati throwing it in bounds. We are halfway through minute 92. Ball goes out of bounds. Atlanta throws it in. It is 1-1. We are right now at minute number 93 with 3 minutes of stoppage time. And now Cincinnati on a fast break. What's going to happen here? Time has run out. And that's the final. we have a 1-1 tie. Nothing like low scores and ties, and that's exactly what we had today. So, really appreciate everybody being with us. Let's try to shout out everybody here. Tiago Lima, thanks for being here. Top Video. We got the Bone Crusher, John Wilson. We've got Keswarnath Ragbar. Thanks for being on board. Daniel Morio. And then we go back and we scroll further back. We have Jesse Thrash. Big contributor tonight. Hope he liked and subscribed. Bram Hayden, or Bram Hygen. I'm sorry if I misspelled that, or mispronounced that. That is, we have Mick on board. We have Brian again. We have Dizzy. We have many more. Too many to thank. Appreciate everybody from being on board. So with that, listen, guys, really appreciate you joining us. Hope you like and subscribe on the way out. That's where I'm headed. I'm out of here. It is A-Bomb, coast to coast. And we appreciate you joining us for the special FC Cincinnati versus Atlanta United broadcast. Once again, like and subscribe on the way out. We would appreciate that. And we'll see you next time. Peace.